Welcome first week commerce students to exam tips and tricks channel. Today let's understand preparation of double column cash book. Double column cash book, also called as two column cash book. The format of double column cash book will be date, receipt, ledger folio, cash, bank on the debit side, again on the credit side, date, payments, ledger folio, cash, bank. So this is the format of double column cash book. Here is a question. 2024 March 1st, bank balance is given as 8,000, cash balance given as 60,000. So it has to be recorded as balance brought down under cash column 60,000, bank column 8,000. That is the first entry. March 2nd, paid insurance premium by check. The firm has made a payment of insurance premium through the check. So as it is one of the payment made by the firm, it has to be recorded under credit side. As it is paid through the check, it must be recorded under bank column as 9,000. Next, third transaction is cash sales. So the date is March 5th, cash sales 30,000. The firm has sold goods on cash basis. So immediately cash is received. So it has to be recorded under receipt side as sales. So under cash column 30,000 amount is received by the firm. That is the next entry. Next, March 10th, cash purchase is 15,000. The firm has made a purchase on cash basis. So cash purchase transactions has to be recorded in the cash book. Credit purchase transactions has to be recorded in the purchases book. Purchase book is one of the subsidiary book. So for purchasing on cash basis, the payment is made immediately. So it has to be recorded under payment side. I'll write the date as 10. So the transaction is cash purchase transaction. So record as purchases. Then under cash column, there's 15,000. The payment is made through the cash. So 15,000 has to be recorded. Next, March 12, cash deposited into bank 20,000. So the firm has deposited cash into bank. So the journal entry will be bank account data to cash account. Because when the cash is deposited into the bank balance increases, cash balance decreases. So bank as well as cash are the assets. Apply the rule of assets. Increase in asset must be debited, decrease in assets has to be credited. So bank account has to be debited, cash account has to be credited. So this is one of the contra entry. Deposit of cash into bank, withdrawal from the bank are considered as contra entries. If the withdrawal is made for personal purpose, then it has to be treated as drawings. If it is withdrawn for office purpose, then it has to be considered as contra entry. So cash is deposited into bank. Understand what is journal entry. So bank account data to cash account. So under bank column, bank account has to be debited to cash account. So that is one entry. Record that as contra entry C. Again, cash account has to be credited with bank account. So under cash column, it has to be credited with bank account. So record as contra entry C. So this is the entry that has to be made for the deposit made by the firm into the bank. That has to be treated as contra entry. Next, March 15, telephone bill paid by check. So the payment of telephone bill is made through the check. So record the date as 15, telephone bill under bank column because the payment is made through the check. March 18, withdrawn cash from bank for personal use. So that is treated as drawings because the amount is withdrawn from the bank for personal purpose, self purpose, so that has to be treated as drawings account. If it is withdrawn for office purpose, then that is a contra entry. So March 20th, the cash is 18, March 18 cash is withdrawn for personal purpose, record that as drawings account. And cash is withdrawn from the bank, so record under bank column as 2000. Record under bank column as 2000. Next, March 20th, cash withdrawn from bank for office use. So the firm has withdrawn cash from the bank for office use, so that is treated as contra entry when the cash is withdrawn from the bank for office use. So the journal entry will be cash account data to bank account, because cash balance increases, bank balance decreases. Increase both are assets. Increase in asset must be debited, decrease in asset has to be credited. So cash account data to bank account. So this is also one of the journal entry. So cash account, under cash column, it has to be debited with bank account, record as contra entry. So one more entry, bank account has to be credited with cash account, record as contra entry. So this is how this contra entry that has to be treated. Next, I received a check from Gopal in full settlement of 9,500. So Gopal is a customer to whom the firm has made a cash sales transaction, and the firm has received a check from him worth rupees 9,500. The actually 10,000 that has to be received, but the firm has allowed a discount of 500. So 9,500 check is received from him. So record the date as March 22. The firm has received a check from Gopal. So Gopal, that has to be recorded under debit side. The value of the check is 9,500. So cash sales transaction is 10,000. So 9,500 check is received, in the sense the firm has allowed a discount. So it has to be recorded separately. Discount allowed of 500, that must be recorded in journal proper, not here, because the firm has allowed a discount. So the firm receives discount from the suppliers, firm allows discount to the customers, and it has to be recorded in journal proper. Next, March 25, cartage is paid. So the payment is made by the firm. So record under credit side as cartage under cash column, because if it is paid through the check, then it must be recorded under bank column. So next, last transaction, March 28th, check received from Ram 4,000. The check that has been received. So record as Ram, date 28, under cash column. Even though the check is received, it has to be recorded under cash column. So this is how this entries that has to be made. So if the check is received, then it has to be recorded under cash column. If the check is received, deposited on the same day, that must be recorded under bank column. If the check is received, deposited on another day, then that is a contra entry. How these three cases that has to be treated while recording these transactions. Finally, cash column, that must be totaled here. As we make the total of cash column, the total will be 1,06,000. Write the same total under credit side of cash column, that is 1,06,000. From 1,06,000, as we deduct 15,000, 20,000, 1,000, we get a closing balance of 70,000. Then again, under debit side, bank column, that has to be totaled. So the total of bank column will be 37,500. Write the same total under credit side as 37,500. From 37,500, as we deduct 9,000, 3,000, 2,000, 12,000, we get a closing balance of 11,500. So that has to be recorded as balance carried down, and it must be found at the end of that month, that is March 31st, and it has to be brought as opening balance to the next month, that is April 1st, as balance brought down. The opening balance will be 70,000 as well as 11,500. So this is how double column cash book has to be prepared. This is also one of the important question that carries 12 marks. Thank you.